guys.
Hey.
Big crowd.
No, it still won't. Wow, it still won't let me press the button while I'm in game for some reason.
Oh no, not again.
No, it's just my push to talk key. It's on my wheel, so.
Okay, I thought it was put into the lobby.
Let me try unbinding it. No, it's still not doing it. Let me try restarting TeamSpeak.
Disconnected. Connected. Channel switched.
Nope. Oh well. I just won't be able to talk during the race.
Or we'll get constant live commentary.
That would be annoying. Hopefully that's not the case.
Okay, you don't use voice activator. Voice detection, I mean.
Alright. See what kind of lap we can do. Oh wow, I'm way too far forward. There. Ugh. Alright, well that's not a good start. Let's try that again. I mean, I guess if I have to, I can set it to another button, but that would be annoying. I love having it on my wheel. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. Oh. I just noticed that little fan on the dash. Wonder if that's supposed to keep the driver cool. That tiny, tiny little fan. Smaller. Actually, it looks almost identical to some of my case fans from my computer. That's how small it is. It's our first hot lap. Let's see what kind of time we can put in for it. It's not very good through there. We're up over the session best so far. Just by a teensy bit. God, the car feels so good on this first hot lap. I think it's actually going to be pretty important to save tires for this, though. So it might not be battle of the fastest. It might just be battle of whoever can most efficiently use their tires. Which sort of is battle of the fastest, just a different kind. Back in 39s, that's good. 38 is where I should be, though. Ah! That was almost a good exit. I ruined it by getting all aggressive with it. Ooh, that was a really good first sector. We just gotta keep it going. Now we just gotta keep it going. Immediately throw it into a wall. It's way too much of that exit curb, which I know better than to do. Interesting picks. Top speed is only 262. Another hot lap, or another out lap, and then another hot lap. Probably wouldn't hurt if I took fuel out of it also, but it's really not that much. It's only 12 laps worth. So it's not going to make a massive difference one way or the other. It will make a difference, just not a huge one. When I do that... Is it really just going to be the three of us? That's going to be disappointing. Could have sworn I saw Drafter on. See if anybody said anything in the shout box. Oh, in the shout box, Drafter said he's not coming evidently.
That's too bad.
Yep. It's tends to be the problem when you pick combos that everyone whines about. They tend to just not show up instead. Well, if it's just 3 of us, it's not going to be very exciting. Because I'm going to do that, probably, at some point during the race. Which means Pick will just drive off into Les Distances.
So is it just going to be the 3 of us then?
I can't say anything while I'm in game because my button doesn't work.
Only 3 of us tonight? I think so.
Harmer said he wasn't going to make it.
Who?
Harmer.
Oh, he won't make it.
No, he put the server up yesterday saying he was going to be out of town today.
Yeah.
Hey, Will. Unfortunately, it seems like this event is not going to be much of a thing with just 3 of us. See what time I can do on a hot lap here. Last time I was a half a tenth, or a half a second faster in the first sector. So I know I have time to gain there. It's a shame too, because this is a fun combination. Not anywhere near the same time gain that time.
We should do 15 laps. The race should be 15 laps.
12.
12? Okay.
Ooh, there we go. 7/10 up, that's better. Oh, a bit wide there. God! And again, when it snaps, it just snaps.
As hot as these tires get, I don't think they'll last 15.
Yeah, if you're thinking for fuel, it's using about 1.7 liters a lap. It is so annoying not to be able to talk while I'm in the game. Keep hitting the button and then going, oh, nope, doesn't work. Oh. I also really need to stop
Using
swimming.
slick tires.
Yeah, there's 2 different slick tires you've got. There's the regular slick, and then slick endurance, which is a little bit longer lasting, but I don't notice a difference in grip. I'm running on the endurance right now.
Okay, happy slick.
I'm just gonna run on the regular slicks. It's enough of a time gain that I think it's gonna be worth it, even if they fall off. God, why is it so loose from the rear? Screw it, I'm just gonna go up on the rear downforce. It did not feel this way in practice. I mean, I guess we had put a lot more laps in with rubber down. Maybe it makes a bigger difference in this car than I thought. Most games have downforce kick in a little earlier than it really should. So for a lot of these, I guess I'm actually carrying more speed through a lot of these corners than I realized. So going like 120, 110 through some of these. So maybe it will be more useful than I thought. Still slides there though. I hate making these last second changes. But actually, that means the tires are going to heat up no matter what I do. So I can bring these back down, which will help also. Just gotta get it to be better on throttle, no matter what the quote-unquote cost. There's just too many traction events around here. The grass around here is pretty awful. One of the most frustrating things that I personally run into is when it felt so good by the end of qualifying, now it feels terrible. And I have no idea why. better lap in here. Problem is with the extra downforce on, I've got some extra understeer on throttle than I had before. It's not really bad per se, it's just different. Evidently that was slower than my fastest first sector. Still 5/10 up on the session best. Like I'm significantly slower through here than I was before. No idea if it's true or not, but it feels slower through there. Oh, it is much slower. Holy cow. Might have just been that lap, but man, that was a terrible second sector. Can't get some of it back here at least.
The lap was a 1:30.
Some of it back, but not enough.
4.
The car just wants to slide all the way through that first corner. Uh-oh. I think it might just be lying to me about that first sector. And that felt better there. Ah, it's gonna cost quite a bit of time. By the second quick lap, the tires were just done. So tough to get the most out of them. It's worth noting this is just my race pace.
That was a 1:38.8.
Got it a little bit closer. Was it better first corner? Get a better exit out of it? Yep. Nope, that's ruined. When you get that wrong, you might as well just give up the lap. Ugh. Go ahead and send it one more time since I did make some changes. I'm interested just how different Pix is from mine. It's probably very, very different. The setups tend to be. More fuel. He's also using shorter gears. Only on 6th. One click shorter. No, one click longer. He's actually using a lower coast. Higher preload, which is weird. He's using the downforce I was using, but I couldn't get to work. Significantly softer front. Gross looking dampers. They work for him though. Using less rear toe. Stiffer front ARB. That suspension setup is just weird. He's using the default pressures. And the default cambers. He's also using the defaults here. Interesting. It's such a weird suspension setup. It's the same thing that Rustler actually did.
Alright, do we want to get started or do we want to give people more time?
Oh, I'm good.
I'm good whenever. Oop.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Well, we'll see what we can do. Not holding out much faith that this will be a great event, but you never know. It might surprise me. Yeah, I still can't talk during the race though. I think we still do the formation lap.
Okay, run the grid. Where's the flag?
I think it's set for formation lap and then start.
Okay, but I don't see the flag, man, or the lights nowhere.
Yeah, if you don't see the lights, it's a formation lap, but I can't tell him that because I can't do it well in game.
Okay.
I actually want to be really nice to my tires on this formation lap.
Yeah, if you don't see them when we form on the grid, I'll just count them down in here.
No, I didn't see it.
So again, I actually want to make sure I'm really nice to my tires for this. So I don't want to take any extra wear out of them. I already know my brakes get up to temperature very quickly. And I don't want to put any excess heat through my tires because the air temperature is pretty warm. Also want to try and not burn very much fuel. Because I do have excess fuel, but not very much. Alright, so this is going to be real rough in first gear. I've not done any practice
Oh, you know what? I
starts.
think the lights are right above you.
I don't see the light nowhere. Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, green.
Sorry.
No worries.
I know someone is there.
Whew. Actually, I want to try and be kind of nice to my tires the first couple laps. Not take too much out of them right away. So we're not going to be going flat out.
Yeah, don't run too wide there. There's a jump.
Need to be careful about doing
Not
that.
joking either. You will flip.
Yeah, I know.
Almost feels like Pick is doing the same thing. 'Cause he has enough pace to be right up my trumpet the whole time. So I think he's also being a bit nice to his tires here.
The lap was a 1:40.
We're all still lined up pretty nicely here, though.
7.
I can definitely still push my brakes, though. It's just my tires I'm really worried about. I hate having to lift there. It's a side effect of the amount of downforce I put on. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. That was not good. The exact type of mistake I needed to not make the entire race. And I made it on lap 2. Oh, that sucks. Most of the time when Pick is out front, he just pulls away, so we'll see if that's the case or not. But I'm definitely gonna have to start really burning my tires off. Try and close that gap that I created myself.
1:42.51.
Can't tell if I'm running him down or not. I just have to be careful. I am getting closer though. But the more that happens, the more likely I am to do exactly what I almost just did. Just get too aggressive on throttle. Basically all this car is just, can you be good on throttle until it has enough downforce to keep it planted to the ground?
The lap was a 1:39.09.
If you can maintain that discipline long enough, then it will put in perfectly good times for you. Just a matter of making yourself do it. I'll pick one a bit wide there. God, it's so hard to maintain discipline with that right foot when you can visibly see that you're catching somebody. It's so hard to hold on the outside there.
Where am I going?
Oh.
Sorry.
Looks amazing back here.
1.51.
I don't want to.
Oh, I got through there real well this time. I'm really burning my tires off now, though. I'm gonna have to be careful. I need to start creating a gap for my inevitable mistake that I already made. Oh, looks like Pick might have made one too.
I should have used the tire, the stick endurance.
Ah! Oh my word.
We touch?
Nope, that was all me.
Okay.
God, as soon as that rear starts to go, my heart
Yeah, you were already ahead of me when I lost it.
immediately leaps into my throat.
The lap was a
Man, we might make a race out of this still, it looks
1.6
like.
score.
God, it'd be so nice if we just consistently get people to keep showing up for this. If we had a consistent 6, 8, 10 people for this, it'd be fantastic. Whew. Alright, I just need to keep this rhythm going. It's a decent enough pace for now. Little late on the turn in there. On the bright side, I did enough practice. I know where I am most likely to slip on throttle, so I'm just being extra careful with those particular corners. And then watch a new one will bite me this time. Like the next to last lap, it'll be like, it's never spun there before.
The lap was a
It's my kind of race.
9.37.
Actually braking a little bit too early for that first corner. Ugh. Had to really pull it back in line there. And one of the downsides is the harder I use the tires, the hotter they get. And the less grip they give me. In most cars it doesn't change that much, but in this car for some reason the grip level on hot tires is very low. It's probably just, it actually might be the track now that I think about it. Because this track just sort of lacks a lot of grip. Oh, felt like it wanted to break free there. I'm actually extending the gap over pick. That's rare for me. Not by much, but by a little bit. That felt like a better first corner, although I didn't get the best exit. There's a better entry to it at least. Braking in the first part of the acceleration. They sort of wimped out. Getting through that left-hander is actually pretty important because it really opens up this one and you can bring it back to the left side before you enter it. The main reason I'm going so slow through that chicane is it's just
And get
so
back on the
slippery.
throttle too quickly, and these things just rotate on their own.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You're just a passenger at that point. There's nothing you can do.
I'm definitely losing grip and time. My front left is at 86? Oh, that's so bad. God, why do they wear so quickly? Uh-oh. Pick is gaining time back now, as I just go consistently slower each lap. So if he can put out a better consistent pace while I'm constantly losing time. But I think he has the same tires that I have on. In terms of the regular instead of the endurance slick. Okay. That was not good. It's gonna take some life out of those left sides. This chicane is where he gains a lot on me. And I'm just so afraid to take it quickly. It's spun me so many times. I keep glancing at the time differential. I need to stop doing that. Because I'm almost missing my entrances. He says as he glances up again. It's so hard not to. It's so hard not to. Need to start looking at it just across the line. But at the same time, I need to know if he's gaining on me in certain places. So I'll know where to defend if I have to. But he gained on me big time that lap. No, I pulled it out a little bit there. So I think he's losing the same amount of time I am. About per lap, anyway. Ooh, that was a terrible entry. Ooh. It wanted to rotate on exit. This might still be pretty close at the end here. Whew. I thought for sure this was going to be a much wider margin between all three of us. That pick would just pull out away from me more than anything. Again, he gains on me through that middle sector for sure. Sort of makes sense when I had the downforce off. That's where I was faster. Oddly enough. You sort of would expect it to be the first sector. For some reason that middle sector is most negatively impacted by having downforce on. Two more laps. Tires will definitely last. They won't be ideal, but they'll last long enough.
The lap was a 1:40.22.
So they are quite warm. Yep. There it went. Too much curb. Oh! Then it popped my back end up in the air. There's so many really annoying hidden little things around this track. Very odd. It's like there's a couple normals that if you hit them from certain directions, a couple surfaces I should say, if you hit from certain directions, make the car very odd behavior-wise. I was kind of waiting for that to happen though. Figured it would happen at least once. Oh! One of the tricks with this car is you can't really save it once it does it either. You're just holding on. Basically, once that rear brake's free, you're, as Rustler said earlier, you're just a passenger. So you either catch it before it happens, or you don't catch it. Oh well. Unless something changes, I'll at least have the fastest lap. That's something, right? I guess it's possible he'll put in the fastest lap here, but it's unlikely. The tires are just not happy anymore. Basically, I just need to brake later, not use any of that curb like that, then accelerate out. That's what I should have done the last lap. I just got too aggressive and tried to use a bunch of curb. My setup. First of all, my setup doesn't like the curbs, and second of all, this car doesn't like them either. So I know better, but I tried to do it anyway. So what was I saying about not setting fastest laps on the last lap? As I go 2.5 tenths faster in the first sector. I mean, I guess at this point I have nothing to lose, so I'm really, really pushing. Whereas if I were in front, I wouldn't be. Ooh, I lost most of it there, though. Oddly enough, you can actually use that curb, but it's also not as harsh as it is in Race Room. Race Room, it's more of an actual sort of drop down. Nope, didn't get fastest lap either. Oh, good race.
Good
Yeah,
win.
it was fun.
I made it
But
through
these cars,
made it through 11 out of 12 without spinning. Just couldn't make it through that 11th. Ugh.
yeah, this car is a handful to drive.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I find it fun. Usually cars that oversteer that badly from the rear I absolutely hate, but this one I enjoy.
Oh. Yeah, they're fun.
Oh, we can at least watch Rustler finish. Round the last bend. Uh-oh. Whoa. That was almost an interesting finish for you, Rustler. You're right on the edge of that gravel.
I had it handled.
Again, it's a shame we didn't have more people, but it is what it is. Well, that's an interesting line there.
I missed it.
Oh, you were trying to hit the jump.
Hang on, I gotta hit this.
It's probably going to be pretty hard to hit. Most of them seem to be seams between polys. Considering how small and abrupt they are.
Yeah, but I know where this one is.
Or so you thought. The TV camera shot for you going backwards there was actually pretty epic.
Here we go.
I'm expecting some good flight.
Missed. Hang on.
I recall somebody saying, I know right where it is.
Carried too much speed through and missed it.
Uh-huh. That really is a cool shot, that direction.
Oh, you found a bump somewhere, or?
Yeah, I'm trying to hit that jump in, what is it, turn 4? That fast left-hander at the end of the straight. There we go.
Yay! I didn't know you could actually go over that. That's awesome.
Oh wow, I went over the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I didn't know you could go over that.
Oh, good win, Pete. This was interesting.
Yeah, I think the one who stay on the track. On the track one or twice. I wasn't certain. I wasn't sure if it was my tire would hold.
Yeah, that's why I went on the endurance tires. I knew the slicks would drop off really quickly.
That's what they did.
Yeah, they still worked, but the pace definitely was off. I was doing like 1 second slower laps.
Which one you had? The endurance or the slick?
No, I had the regular ones on.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I was on the endurance. I tried the slicks during that long practice session, and after 5 laps, they were just toast.
I like rolling the dice.
Oh, it was fun. Hope you know why Drafter didn't join this middle of Netflix.
In the shout box, he
I
just
don't
said
know.
he was watching the truck race instead. So my guess would be he probably wasn't happy with the car or not feeling good or who knows.
Oh, okay. I know it's hard. It's a tough car, a tough track. But when I first tried, I said, "Oh shit."
Yeah, I feel no shame in turning the traction control up for this.
Oh, I was on. I think I had it to medium, something like that.
Yeah, that's what I ended up
Yeah.
on too.
Yeah, I turned it up to medium. I always keep it on low just because I can't drive anything without it, but this, man.
Yeah. I tried at first with no trash. At low at first, man. Nope. Coming out each time.
Yeah, when I first tried it, it took me 3 or 4 times just to get out of the pits in one piece.
I'm interested to try this car on a couple other tracks
Oh,
though.
hope to have more people next week. Hope.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. It's always tough to do the track and car that could suit everyone. That's the main issue, I think.
Yeah, there's only so many times you can run stock car on ovals.
Yeah.
Or those Clios on
We
anything.
have an oval night. We have an oval night on the iRacing.
Yeah, I was thinking of suggesting the IndyCar at Nazareth, but I don't know how they drove that circuit all those years.
Wait, for RFactor?
Yep.
There's Nazareth?
Yep.
Is it named something else?
Nope.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
One more question.
It's in Harmer's Dropbox. That's where I got it from anyway. But yeah, I mean, IndyCar raced there for eons because it's basically in the Andretti's backyard. But I tried a couple laps around it, and it's just too small.
That sounds like a recipe for fun to me. I mean, even something like that can, if it doesn't work for a modern car, it can still work for one of the historics that's in here.
And tomorrow night we're racing instead of racing Sunday night, we're racing tomorrow night on our racing with the ovals at the Gen 6 at the Daytona.
Yeah, I can't do restrictor plate races. I go to sleep after the first lap.
Okay.
Not my thing.
I like better long track than short one on ovals.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't have iRacing, so.
Okay.
Let me see if I can grab this track.
All right, well, good race, guys. I'll see
Yeah.
you next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
User disconnected from your channel.
Boop.
Disconnected.
I want to see this real quick. If I can grab Nazareth, I'm really interested. I don't see it in here. Oh. I scrolled down to the bottom of the list, hit Control F, and then it was staring me in the face. Lols. Come on. Sometimes MediaFire just doesn't cooperate. Before I end real quick, I do want to try one other thing super fast. I'm curious what that Lola feels like on another circuit. Because I'm kind of curious if it was just the Hungaroring that has a lack of grip, or if it's the car. I think it might be a bit of the track. See, Sebring is very, very good, and I know it has a lot of grip, so we can test there. I can't get the Nazareth download to work. I click on it and it just doesn't do anything. I'll have to mess with that later. I love little tracks like that though, particularly with really fast cars. Like I don't know. I like combinations that are difficult but conquerable. The big like I don't like things that are stupid easy because that's just boring. But I really like combinations that, as I said, are difficult, but you can definitely overcome any difficulty in it. Which I feel like this week's was one of those, but it seems like not very many people agreed. This is with the default setup on it, which has the really funky, perfectly symmetrical suspensions. Or identical suspension. I have a feeling it's partially the car, but I also get the feeling that Hungaroring might just lack grip in a couple key places. I'll know pretty quickly if I can push this or not. Or some of the slidier bits. It's also really annoying not to be able to talk during the race. My button just doesn't pass through. I'm gonna have to investigate why that is. It might be the track, honestly, because this feels really good. I mean, again, this is with the default, and I can push it really hard out of the corner. I need your Sky Active livery for that. Can you imagine if somebody put the LMP2 Ligier in here? You could race that against this and have the IMSA battle between Mazda and Michael Shank Racing. Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, it's, for whatever reason, it's so hard to find a good quality Hungaroring, which is really a shame because it's a great circuit. But yeah, there's significantly more grip here. Like, it's still slippery, but there is significantly more grip. Yeah, that's true. I do have that livery, I guess. Well, no, I would still have to... the way the livery sharing works is it doesn't actually... As far as I know anyway, it doesn't actually put it on your machine as a usable livery. Unless you just applied it as a secondary livery for one of the cars, then it might. But if you made it its own separate car, I would still have to go and grab it. This combination is awesome, by the way. God, if we had like 30 people on this, oh, it would be glorious. One of my favorite things about this car is you just trail brake forever. Like Formula 1 style, you can brake all the way to the middle of the corner. Oh, that's interesting. I've never bothered to look and see if the liveries from other people are in there. Raced with my livery. You were besmirching the Hamster racing name.
The lap was a 1:52.75.
I will have to keep that in mind for some of the liveries, though. That once I show them, it gives them to other people. It's not really a concern, because your username is still your username, but it's at least something to consider. And on the bright side, they don't get you don't get any of the alternate files. So if you wanted to try and reverse engineer anything out of it. I was speeding in pit lane? Oh. I don't even remember. God, the model for this really does look good. Like, whoever did the mod for this did a really good job with it. Ugh. Well, that's, I mean, that alone was one of the reasons I stopped putting my name on my liveries. Beside the fact that it sort of felt weird anyway. Oop. Those cars are awesome. Anyway, that'll do it for me for tonight. That was still an interesting race. I threw it away right at the end. I would have had enough pace, I think, on that last lap to still keep him behind. But is what it is. Still actually managed to make a decent race out of it with just 3 of us, so that's better than I thought it would go. Much better. I don't have any stream plans for this weekend. Anything in particular. If I did anything, it would be tomorrow. Oh, or Sunday. If I did anything, it's just going to be a livery creation thing. So it's not going to be anything super exciting. But then Monday will actually probably be more of this. I have to do a significantly more amount of practice in that GTE at Paul Ricard race. Because that's going to be an important one on Tuesday. So either way, that'll do me for tonight. Managed to have a decent race out of it, so I was pleasantly satisfied. So as always, I enjoyed myself. Hopefully you guys enjoyed yourselves. Thank you all for stopping by. I will see you guys later.